care about you, but my heart's not there. Probably say I'm selfish and I know it's not fair. Wanna give you love, but ain't the right time, yeah. Yeah, I care about you, but my heart's not there. Probably say I'm selfish and
Welcome back to Simone Talks. I am back with another video, and today we're going to talk about a relationship addict. I used to be a relationship addict. I hated being alone. I didn't want to work on myself. I didn't want to love myself. I loved the company of being with someone else, having someone else be there for me, listen to me, take me out, cuddle with me, all that good stuff. So today I wanted to touch on the topic of a relationship addict. So first, let's get into the definition of relationship and addict, because I love to break things down. A relationship is the state of being related or irrelated. The relation connecting or binding participants in a relationship. And then an addict is the devote to surrender oneself to something habitually or obsessively. So, a relationship is normally between two people. An addiction, an addict, is someone who's habitually or obsessively addicted to something that is hard to get away from. So I asked a few people I knew what is their definition of a relationship addict. So I want to share some of those before I get into the topic and break down what a relationship addict is, ways to end that, and how it comes about. So I messaged a lot of people on what a relationship addict is. I messaged one person and it hit me. This message is really had me thinking. So a lot of people said a relationship addict, someone who can't be alone, a person who's obsessed with the concept of always having someone because they aren't happy with themselves, not having any self-love. And then one person, this got me. Someone who is defined by constant affection, someone who can't handle being alone. They are consistently validated through their relationship status. These people are also addicted to, he said affection already, not just relationships. They are often very fragile people. They fall out with people often because they don't like being called out on their BS. They aren't just addicted to being with someone. They're just more so addicted to the idea of a perfect relationship, one that doesn't have problems, and they generally don't have a good relationship with their parents or family, which is why they crave relationships so badly. Now that right there, a relationship addict. A lot of people think that you have to be in a relationship with a man or a woman for you to be addicted to a relationship. An addict is addicted to something that makes them feel good, something that puts them on a high that they can't find anywhere else. And to get addicted to a relationship or wanting to be with someone, that is deeper. It's personal. It starts within. So like this person says, they have issues with their family, or they have issues with themselves. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to deal with themselves. They don't know how to love themselves. So they get into these relationships looking for that love, looking for that person, looking for that thing that they're missing. But the whole time they don't know they have it within themselves. The true love and happiness that we need, we have within ourselves. And it took me a long time to figure that out. You can't look for happiness in other people. And you can't look for happiness in other things. True happiness, joy, and peace come from within. True love comes from within. No one can love you better than you love yourself, because only you know how to truly love you and make you happy. You can get into a relationship or a friendship with someone and show them ways to make you happy, but at the end of the day, only you know you best. Only you. So let's get into some more of these responses that we're going to go on. Okay, so people become addicted to relationships because they haven't mastered being alone or loving themselves first. So the constant need to have a companion outweighs the reality that loving you more should be first. A relationship addict is someone who is either just afraid of being alone, someone who has been in relationships pretty much all their lives, or someone who is infatuated with the idea of having that one person to yourself. Someone who needs to be in a relationship to feel secure within themselves. Somebody who has to be in a relationship and will do just about anything to stay in one, whether it be lowering their standards or going through abuse and so on. A relationship addict can be one of two things: someone who is afraid to be alone, so they jump from relationship to relationship, or someone who loves the idea of being in a relationship for the attention. So a relationship addict can be many things. It can be someone who's afraid to be alone, someone who craves attention, someone who craves affection, someone who hasn't mastered self-love, someone who just wants to have someone there with them. And oftentimes we get into these relationships and we get dependent on someone else. And it's not just like dependent on, oh, you're going to take care of me. It's also dependent on, you bring me joy, you bring me happiness. And then it's like when we lose this relationship with this person, we lose ourselves because we're addicted to that. We've got addicted to that feeling. We've got complacent in that person, in that relationship, in that situation, so that when we lose that person, it's like we're dying. Like heartbreak is death. So it's like once you get addicted to that, it's hard to wean yourself off. Like they have rehabs for addicts. They have to go and then they have to be away for stuff for so long. So as a relationship addict, you have to take yourself out of the equation of a relationship. You have, whether it's 30 days, a year, months, a few days, to get past that mindset of I have to be with someone to make me happy. I have to be with someone. This is just what I need. Be alone. Be by yourself for a little bit. Learn yourself. Grow with yourself. Learn a new language. Take yoga. Accomplish some of your goals. Get into painting. Do a lot of things to elevate yourself. Lift yourself up. Learn yourself. Enjoy yourself. Because being a relationship addict is very codependent on someone else making you feel good, making you feel valuable, making you happy, making your life better. And then it's like when that person is gone, we get lost, we get confused, we get bitter, we get hurt, we get depressed. Had we known from the beginning, the greatest love I will ever have is from myself. When you lose someone, that won't impact you as much as it has. So I want you to challenge yourself and think, take a break. Are you a relationship addict? Have you ever been a relationship addict? And if you have, or if you are, then take a breather. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being in a relationship. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being in a relationship and having someone who values, love you, wants to be with you despite any and everything. That is a beautiful thing, and that is a beautiful feeling. But if you're jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, and things aren't going well, and then you're still getting in these relationships and you're not really healing yourself, you're just getting in them. Oh, I like you. I really enjoy you. Let's be together. Oh snap, we broke up, but I like you too, and we vibing. Let's be together. So I'm not trying to call anybody out, but if you are, or if you ever been a relationship addict, let me know in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. I had one person told me they are a relationship addict. They hate being alone. They hate it being single. Like the feeling sucked. And I'm gonna be honest. I used to be a relationship addict. I would jump from relationship to relationship because I didn't want to deal with me, and I didn't really love me. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know that the true happiness I really need is within. It's not within someone else being in my life and being in a relationship with me. It's within me. So with all that being said about a relationship addict, you need to identify. If you find yourself jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, and you're not taking time to heal, question, am I a relationship addict? Like, why do I get into, and ask yourself, why do I get into these relationships? Am I really happy in these relationships I get into one after another? And then if you realize, yes, I am a relationship addict, or I was a relationship addict, figure out why. Learn you. Take a step back. Take a step back and invest in yourself. Take a step back and look at yourself like, why did I get into all these relationships? Why did I jump from person to person? Do I really love me? Am I really happy with myself? If I got into a relationship and I lost somebody tomorrow, will I be okay without having that person in my life? Am I codependent on someone else to make me happy? These are all great questions you have to ask yourself to see if you are a relationship addict. Because that's what I asked myself. I was like, why am I getting in all of these relationships back? Why am I taking these people back? Why? They left, we broke up for a reason, things happened, and you know, why am I getting back into this relationship? Or why am I going from relationship to relationship? And I realized I took a step back. I've been, you know, I had to be single, and I was like, do I love me? Do I know my worth? Am I codependent on other people for my happiness? And I was at first. I was very codependent on other people for my happiness. In relationships, that feeling, it just gave me a high I couldn't explain. To be needed, to be wanted, to be loved on. It was just the greatest feeling ever. But it's not the greatest feeling ever if it's not with the right person. So one, are you a relationship addict? Go back and look at the different definitions I gave you that everyone thinks a relationship addict is. Then number two, why? Why are you a relationship addict? Reflection, self-reflection. That's number two. Number three, learn yourself, enjoy yourself, love yourself first. That is the greatest love ever. Once you get to that place, any relationship that comes to you that's not valuable to you or your life, you will be able to be like, nah, I don't need that relationship. Whether it's a friendship or a companionship. Be like, nah, I don't need that energy. Nah, I don't need that. You will learn what you need and what you don't need. And then I want to touch back on this one thing, and I'm going to end my video. This one said that, oh, where is it? And they generally don't have a good relationship with their parents or family. So as you're doing your self-reflection, look back at your relationships with your family, with your parents, with your friends. Do you have great relationships with them? Is that a part of why you are addicted to finding something in someone else that you have within yourself? Look back on those relationships. Look back on your past. Look back on things that have happened to see if you are a relationship addict. Why are you a relationship addict? I was a relationship addict because I feel like I didn't get the affection I needed from the people around me. Especially growing up, I was like, dang. So I found myself falling into these relationships, temptation sets, all of this, because I didn't know my self-worth. I didn't know my true happiness came from me. I fell into all of these other people, finding all of these people to make me happy. In the end, it just drained me. It didn't add any value to me. It took value from me. It took worth from me. Because I was just giving up so much to find this thing that was within me the whole time. But yeah, relationship addict. It's serious. It's serious. It's like a soul tie. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe. I will be coming with a new video in a couple of weeks. Maybe I have this topic I want to touch on, and it is very powerful and it is very serious, and I'm so excited about that. But that will be my next video. Follow me on my social medias, and like I said, I will be dropping merch this month. Oh, it's April. It's April the 2nd, so I will be dropping merch this month. I am super excited about that. But you know my outro: be confident, be glamorous, stay beautiful or handsome.
Wanna give you love, but ain't the right time, yeah.